Hello everybody. I just wanted to reconnect with you and give you some information about the test, the past test we took, and then the quiz coming up, and some other information. First of all, there was an error on the test, okay, the first test that you just took. And probably, I'd say 10 to 12 people emailed me asking about it. So to answer your question regarding the causality question, you aren't going crazy, you are correct, it was miskeyed. And so I'm going to post that, I'll post the question as well under the announcement page that was miskeyed. The correct answer, which I think all of you that emailed me noted, which is very good, should have been causality or causation and not correlation. It was a definition straight from the text, so it was simply a miskeyed into the Blackboard exam respondus deal. So because of that error, we're going to throw out that question, and Jessica's going to add 3.75 points to everybody's score. So the test will be, curved a little bit there. But that's not to mean that we even needed a curve, because in fact the average test score was 118.63, which is about 79%, and the median score was 120, which is an 80%, which is high for 301. Usually in my face-to-face classes, the average score on the first exam, it's usually in the low 70s, if not 70%. So this is significantly higher than in my traditional 301 exam. It probably has something to do with you getting to use your book and your notes. Obviously, that's a huge resource. I'm sure that has something to do with it, but I mean, I don't think the test is, I don't think it's too easy. But if you think it's too easy, let me know, okay? and I'll try to make it more challenging. But I was very pleased with the statistics for the test. 54% of you earned an A or a B on the exam, okay? So again, I'm very pleased. Don't get too confident though and think that, it's so easy, second, third test, that's going to be a slam dunk. Okay, keep doing. Those that got an A or a B on the exam, keep doing what you're doing. Keep it up. Don't kind of give up and slack off now. If you did not do as well on the exam as you would have hoped, a couple of you emailed me about that, you really probably want to first kind of rethink or re-examine, I guess, how you're preparing for the exam. Are you putting in the studying time in addition to reading, in addition to listening to my audio lectures? You really have to also study the concepts, and the concepts themselves aren't easy to study. Additionally, I really would recommend doing the worksheets. I don't grade them unless it's like converted to a discussion board post, but if you were to do, some of you guys did, do a worksheet and put it up there under the appropriate discussion board forum, we can all kind of look at it and assess it and put our heads together, and I could let you know if you're on the right track or not. It's really important to do that if you want to be sure that you're understanding the fundamentals of the class. So I really recommend that. The book also has a website through CQ Press where there's little, if you're into this, sometimes it helps people, little games and, match the term to the definition. Sometimes that really helps people just for memorization sake, so you don't have to spend your time panicking and flipping through the book during test time. Maybe you want to hone your memorization skills and really understand and memorize those concepts, what they mean. Then maybe you want to go to the book's website as well. Finally, if you got an A or B on the test, if you want to under the housekeeping discussion board, let us know what you did. A couple of you guys got a perfect score. What the heck did you do to get a perfect score on the test? That's what your classmates probably want to know. So, if you want to just share with us your secret, but we would all appreciate that. So, something to think about there too, if you wanted to put that under the housekeeping discussion board. Also, if you are in a study group, maybe you guys are in Tempe and you're in a study group, maybe you want to advertise it, or maybe you guys want to start another one, use the email the entire class and say, hey, I really want to join a study group, you know, can I join, or I want to start up another one, or can I join one that's already available, etc. So go ahead and use that resource if you can, okay, if it's at all possible for you. You do have a quiz coming up that's actually due Thursday. Okay, it's just on one chapter. It's just on chapter 5, which is research design. It's a meaty chapter. You really need to listen to my notes. You really need to study the book and read the book. There is a worksheet for chapter 5 as well. And I opened up a discussion board thread for that. I'm going to leave open this one time the discussion board thread until Thursday evening at 9 p.m. So this will give me a chance to respond to posts that are up there, and I think that that's important. So I'll leave that up this one time till Thursday evening, even though the quiz itself opens tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. And again, it's due Friday evening, the 19th, by 11 p.m. Okay, that's always the due time in this class. And again, it's only over chapter 5. Okay, it's only over chapter 5. Oh, we'll also have the grading done with the second discussion board post on Friday. So once all of our grading is done, some of you guys might have a grade right now, but you're like, well, I don't know how I got this grade. We're going to make the post available again because we comment on everybody that posts for the graded DV post. So we'll make that available again to you Friday once we're done, so you can read our comments. Okay, so you can understand why it is that you received the grade that you did. So stay tuned for that. Trying to make sure I got everything I wanted to say. So we're going to add the 3.75 points to everybody's test. Quiz coming up. Again, 25 minutes to take quiz 3. There's only 8 questions, so they're worth 5 points each. I would recommend doing the worksheet. I'd recommend maybe looking at the study guide for the next test. Look at it now. You know, see what we have on there for chapter 5. Use that as a resource for the quiz as well. And I believe that is it. I am still hanging in there. Today's the 16th, I believe. Today's Tuesday the 16th. Have a few more, 3.5 more weeks until my due date, but I'll kind of keep you abreast of that as well. And I think that's all that I wanted to say. Questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and shoot me an email, Jessica an email, and we would be happy to help. Thanks.